Hello guys, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Vadim and I'm a beginner day trader. Today is day number 83 of the small account challenge, and today I'm green on a day, which is good, but today is a bad green day. So on Monday, after a huge loss that I had on Thursday, I made a set of rules. And started on Monday, I decided to follow these three rules. So I cannot average down, I cannot hold my loser for over 10 minutes, and I cannot hold my loser for a specific amount of money. So starting from Monday, I decided to take only one trade a day with whole balance. And on Monday, I made one trade, made $27.02. However, I broke one rule. I averaged down and I had to cut my balance in half. So if one of the rules is broken, so I had to cut my balance for the next day, and so on. In order to move back to my full balance, I need to have at least 2 days when I follow all of 3 rules. So on Tuesday I started trading with half of the balance, which was $267. On Tuesday I had a good red day, so of course red day cannot be good, but it was good because I followed all of 3 rules. So I was down $9.71, but all of 3 rules were followed. And today when I was sitting and looking at all of the stocks, I saw that we have quite a few stocks that were up 100%, over 100% on a day. So I was looking yesterday at my trades on the 6th, on the 7th, and they looked similar. Basically, what was happening? The stock, let me grab something to show it to you. So the stock was moving higher. As the stock moves higher, so let's say it hits the scanner, it moves higher, higher, higher. I'm not jumping in, so I'm just waiting for a pullback. And let's say here we have a VWAP. So I'm waiting for the stock to start pulling back, and as the stock starting to pull back, I buy immediately, and this is already not a pullback, as you can see. This is what happened on Monday. I bought off VWAP, but it was very risky trade. So did not wait for a confirmation that it can hold VWAP, but I jumped right here, or maybe on the second candle. I don't remember, but I bought off VWAP. So the stock went up. At some point I was up like $50 on a day. Did not take my profit. I hope for the that the stock will move to the high of the day, but it didn't. So I locked only $27.02 of profit on my trade on the 6th. So this was on Monday. The stock was ONMD. So next stock, Tuesday. Basically same story. The stock is moving higher. I can't remember what symbol I traded. Let me think what it was. Let me take a look at the trade on Tuesday. ZNB. I traded ZNB. Almost exact same story. So ZNB started moving on the scanner. Was very wild in the beginning, and we had a lot of red candles on the volume bar. So as the stock squeezed, so it was green candle, as the stock squeezed, I was waiting for a pullback. Then it pulled back. I bought also of VWAP. I bought, I believe, 100 shares. and my stop loss was $12.50, but I decided to cut my loss because I didn't want to cut my balance for today, for Wednesday. So I sold it, did not wait for confirmation, but I bought on this candle, which is incorrect. I needed to wait to see if the stock can hold, let's say if it moved to a bit below VWAP, and then as the stock was moving higher, let's say this was the next candle, and as it broke this level, this is when I needed to buy the stock. Not where I bought it, but in this place when I got the confirmation. So when today I was sitting patiently waiting for a stock, unfortunately I couldn't buy UPC. It was a decent stock, and as I said, the stock wasn't available to trade for on Charles Schwab. You can only place an order with over the phone with a representative. So what I'm doing on ELAP, same thing, but ELAP wasn't a leading gapper. ELAP was a stock that popped up. So ELAP is squeezing, moving like this, higher, higher, higher. We had this candle on ELAP, plus we had a light volume. Terrible, terrible trade. As the stock goes slower, I think around VWAP, this is when I bought it on 10-second chart. My entry was $7.14, somewhere in here I bought, and the stock dipped immediately. And I was down like, I think I was down same moment minus $8 when I bought the stock. Then it kept going lower, lower and lower. There were some bounces, but the stock was moving lower and lower, and I had to sell it. So I put my timer for 10 seconds, and I told myself, screw it, remove the timer and sold the stock without waiting for 10 minutes and hoping that the stock is gonna recover. So this was my trade on ELAP, very, very bad, and I was like, okay, I broke my rule. Tomorrow I'm gonna be anyway cutting my cash balance in half. Now I'm gonna take another trade. So this was my thought, and I took a trade. I took a trade on ATON, ATON. So let me show you this trade. So as you can see, today I made two trades. I'm up by $36.92. It puts me up $54.23, and a long way for recovering this huge loss that I had on Thursday. Okay, let's move to today's trades. And as you can see on ELAP, on 30 shares, I lost $26.38. This is just unbelievable. Like this stock I didn't even need to buy because I already traded ELAP before. ELAP is very difficult stock to trade. It moves like crazy. Plus, as you can see, the volume was very light, and at some point it went up almost to the not to the penny, like a bit 7 cents less than I bought in a few minutes, but I didn't want to wait and hope that stock is gonna recover. I decided to cut my loss. So what if it would go lower, let's say to 5.96, and instead of being down 26, I will be down like $40 on a day. So I decided to cut my loss. And just to remember and remind myself again that you need to wait for a stock to actually be a leading gapper, and ELAP was far away from that. So as you can see, at some point I was up more than $36 on a day, on ELAP, on ATON, as you can see. So traded 25 shares of ATON. So I bought the stock when it broke VWAP. Here I waited for a confirmation. It broke VWAP, then retested VWAP again, and as we squeezed through one of red candles here, and I think it was $11.24. As we squeeze here, we broke this level, 11.63, and we moved higher. So this is when I bought the stock. Not a right spot to buy. I think here is going to be a right spot to buy the stock, like 11.26, not where I bought it. Still made a mistake. And then, as you can see, as the stock was squeezing, I sold 20 shares on the way up, and 5 shares I decided to hold to see what the stock wants to do. And as it started dropping, I decided to sell. I didn't want it to reverse completely. But moments later, the stock squeezes up to $16 a share, $16.78, dips down, moves to $18.89, almost 19 bucks. And as you can see, this was a critical level here as well. So tomorrow is gonna be a day when I'm gonna be trading with this balance, 140. So tomorrow I'm trading with $140.38. This is half of today's balanced, and my goal will be $14. My max loss will be $7. So I hope that tomorrow I'm gonna actually focus on buying a stock on in the right spot. So waiting for confirmation, not jumping before everyone, but actually waiting to see that, you know, the stock actually will move higher. And as I said, today I broke 2 rules. First of all, I traded with 100% of my cash balance, which is not allowed for me, but I'm glad that tomorrow I'm gonna be trading only with $140, because this way I can protect my account from myself. And as you see, this is basically a third day when I buy a stock without confirmation. This is not good. So I wanna make sure that when I buy a stock, I will actually be able to grow my account back where it was. So I wanna buy a stock knowing that I have, like, I'm very confident that this setup is gonna work. And in order for this to work, I need to buy a stock after a confirmation. This is only one way that this trade will work when I'm placing a trade after the confirmation. So this is my day, finishing day green, up $36.92 or 7.03%. A good green day, but at the same time it's a bad green day, as I explained to you before. So remember, trading is risky, and my today's results are not typical, because most of the day traders lose money in a stock market. And as you can see how you can be compromised emotionally by taking a big loss and then jumping on another stock. So I was lucky that ATON actually worked, and I was able to make money on it. And instead of being a red on a day, I'm green on a day right now. But if ATON did not work, so today could be a huge red day. So if you want to learn how to trade, first find your strategy, practice this strategy in a simulator before putting real money on the line. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow. Good morning, guys. Looking at UPC, the stock going crazy. Currently looks like it's gonna test this level, 850, but it already broke this 850 level before in the pre-market. So 1283 was the high of the day. You up at 901. SLRX moving on the scanner, I see. Cheaper stock 17%, looking at UPC. What it actually wants to do. We have bottoming tail on UPC. View up 908. Looks like a pullback to me. MACD is open. So this level was 1102. Looks like it broke. Very expensive stock, low share float, but it's gonna be very difficult for me to keep my stop loss. If you remember, I traded only with $267. So let me recalculate my available balance for today. So it's 524.61 dividing by 2. So 262 is my balance today. UPC is wild stock, as you can see. Looks like here was 1102, it broke to 1135, 1187, but it didn't go higher. XBO right at VWAP. FTEL moving on the scanner. See RBO with news going straight. Expensive stock. UPC 118% on the day, went straight to VWAP. Tapping tails on 5-minute chart. And going lower. FTEL going up again. Light volume on FTL. UPC is moving higher. I'm gonna buy UPC. For some reason I couldn't buy UPC. Did you see that? What was it? Okay. Now MACD is negative. CCTG moving on a scanner. Hong Kong. I don't think I'm ready right now for Hong Kong stock. ELAP. I traded this stock before. Moving on the scanner. %13 only on a day. I bought 30 shares of ELAP. Looking right now at UPC, it hit the high of the day 1460. And I was thinking about it, buying it at $9.50. Selling, not waiting for 10 minutes to pass. Terrible trade. Not really nice. I bought 25 shares of Atom. We need to break 1124. On the ask. Moving higher. Nice. Now can we break this level? 1166. Then we will be just pretty good in a day. Next level is 1284. The stock is wild. I think it was like 20 something dollars, $24 a share. $11.85, 90, nice, moving higher. $12. Net ton is 1 million. Volume 110% on a day. $12.20. Holding the entire position. Decided to take a risk on it. Maybe to hold until 14. Yeah, like $15.10. Then if we can squeeze to $24. I'm gonna soon start selling once we will get closer to $15. I'm gonna sell 10 shares here as we're squeezing. $13.90. That's how much I wanna sell my 5 first shares. Can we squeeze? Squeezing, I'm selling another 5 shares. As we're squeezing higher, I'm selling another. I have 10 shares left, and I'm gonna hold 5 shares to see what's gonna happen with the stock. Selling. I think I'm up today. Broke 2 rules on the first trade. I lost a lot. So tomorrow I'm gonna be cutting my balance again in half. And as you can see on this trade, I made $63.30. So this is a green day, but I broke 2 of the rules I set up myself, and as you can see, this is what stock is doing. I think it's gonna go to 24, that's what I thought. $16